Friedrich Nietzsche, thus spoke Zarathustra. Dive into Friedrich Nietzsche's profound philosophical exploration in Thus Spoke Zarathustra. This summary presents an adventure not just of a man, but of human potential itself, as we follow Zarathustra's journey from solitude in the mountains to confronting society with revolutionary ideas. Learn about the transformative concept of the Übermensch, a vision of self-overcoming and empowerment against the old constraints of morality and religion. Nietzsche compels us to embrace the chaotic beauty of life, challenging stances on God, virtue, and societal values, while wrestling with ideas like eternal recurrence and the will to power. Through poetic expression and vivid metaphors, Nietzsche incites us to courageously forge new paths. Prepare to delve into a narrative that celebrates strength, autonomy, and the ceaseless quest for self-realization amidst life's inevitable struggles.
Embrace the Übermensch. Standing upon his mountain of solitude, Zarathustra descends to share his hard-won wisdom with humanity, marking the beginning of a profound and transformative journey. His first conversation is with a saint who lives in the forest, a man detached from the world and devoted to God. But Zarathustra brings a shattering revelation: God is no longer a foundation for morality or truth in the modern world. The saint's lifestyle, focused solely on divine devotion, now seems antiquated. Upon reaching the town of Motlakeo, Zarathustra shares his bold vision of the Übermensch, or Overman, a concept at the core of Friedrich Nietzsche's philosophy. The Overman symbolizes the pinnacle of human evolution, a being who finds truth and meaning within themselves rather than relying on external constructs, whether divine or scientific. Zarathustra sees humanity as a precarious bridge stretched between the primal and the potential, a journey fraught with danger, yet essential for growth and transformation. To ascend to this Overman state, one must undergo three symbolic stages: the camel, the lion, and the child. The camel stands for self-discipline and the rejection of comfort, paving the way for freedom. The lion embodies liberation from external constraints, a symbol of independence. Finally, the child represents rebirth and the creation of a new self, signifying pure creativity and renewal. This path is challenging and necessitates overcoming pain and adversity. However, Zarathustra insists that embracing the world and all its sufferings is imperative, rather than stalling life's fulfillment for an uncertain afterlife. Challenging societal norms, Zarathustra dismisses conventional idols and values, viewing them as constraints. He sees nationalism as a force of conformity and critiques traditional religious values like loving neighbors and turning the other cheek, perceiving them as weakness. Even controversial views about gender surface, as he questions women's roles in achieving true companionship and philosophical growth. With fierce clarity, Zarathustra warns against becoming the last men, those content with mediocrity and unwilling to pursue their true potential. The townsfolk respond with ridicule and embrace the comforts of mediocrity. A tightrope walker attempts a perilous act in the town square but falters after being mocked. As Zarathustra holds the fallen performer, he underscores the nobility of embracing danger, shedding light on the value of courage over contempt. This encounter sparks a revelation in Zarathustra: broad preaching to uncomprehending masses is futile. Instead, he must seek companions willing to rise above societal mediocrity. Thus Spoke Zarathustra introduces Nietzsche's vision of the Overman, challenging traditional truths and moralities. It invites individuals to carve their own paths, face life's challenges boldly, and reach their fullest potential. Through metaphor and allegory, Zarathustra's tale urges deep reflection on self-discovery and the quest for personal greatness. Embrace of life's struggle. In the tumultuous town of Motlakeo, Zarathustra faces scorn and derision, leading him to retreat to the solitude of his mountain haven. Here, he dreams of a child showing him a mirror that reveals a devilish face. This vision awakens him to the notion that his critics have twisted his teachings. Determined to correct this narrative, he descends from his sanctuary to reconnect with the people. Zarathustra's reflections challenge conventional norms, particularly the traditional understanding of virtue. He critiques the ideal of virtuous restraint, positing that true fulfillment lies in active self-betterment rather than passive peace. For Zarathustra, genuine virtue means committing fully to one's actions. He further contests the Christian ideal of pity, suggesting that offering pity to those less fortunate only amplifies their sense of helplessness. Instead, he champions the celebration of joy. Central to his philosophy is a rejection of egalitarianism. Zarathustra provocatively labels proponents of democracy and equality as tarantulas, arguing that conflict, not equality, is essential for vitality. He embodies Nietzsche's theory of slave morality, attributing the concept of goodness to weakness and associating Christianity and democracy with this mindset. For Zarathustra, the pursuit of power, beginning with mastery over oneself, is life's true impetus. Such power frees individuals but requires overcoming personal limitations. Life, inherently transient and change-driven, demands action and transformation. Zarathustra is critical of those who shy away from engaging with the world. He observes that even successful individuals often fail to reach their full potential, excelling in one domain while faltering in others. He refers to them as inverse cripples, recognizing their partial weakness despite outward achievement. Amidst disseminating his radical ideas, Zarathustra wrestles with his identity as both philosopher and preacher. He acknowledges the loneliness inherent in valuing truth over popularity, a realization that brings him profound melancholy. This deepens when a prophecy of an empty future, void of creativity, disturbs him, manifesting in a haunting dream where laughter bursts from a coffin. This unsettling vision reignites his belief in laughter, beauty, and kindness as vital responses to life's adversities. Throughout his journey, Zarathustra indulges in moments of song and dance, embracing a joyous philosophy of life. His critique of entrenched morals and advocacy for personal evolution champions the idea of celebrating life. Nietzsche delves into the will to power, a concept that underscores an innate drive not merely for dominance but for holistic growth and authenticity. He questions entrenched beliefs that restrain us, urging a lively embrace of existence, advocating self-evolution, and encouraging the crafting of personalized values. This path, akin to the natural world's dance of challenges and triumphs, mirrors humanity's boundless capacity for growth and transformation. Amid this, Zarathustra continues to confront the narrow-mindedness he perceives in the people around him, consistently challenging the constraints of religious morality. Embracing life's recurrence. Journey alongside Nietzsche's Zarathustra as he grapples with eternal recurrence, a profound concept suggesting that life's moments repeat endlessly. This notion doesn't imply stagnation, instead, it paints life as an ever-evolving dance, perpetually becoming without reaching an end. Zarathustra wrestles with this cycle's weight, fearing the repetition of mediocrity. His return to civilization reveals people who seem smaller in spirit, content with complacency, losing the will to assert themselves. Encountering Zarathustra's ape outside a city, he listens to the fool's warning about entering a realm teeming with narrow-mindedness. Yet, Zarathustra resists hatred, advising the fool to abandon what he despises rather than be consumed by it. Entering the city, he finds disillusionment. His disciples have turned to the comfort of religion, forsaking the journey of self-overcoming. Here, Nietzsche provocatively re-examines the so-called evils of Christian morality, sex, the lust to rule, and selfishness, not as inherent wrongs but as powerful affirmations of life. Through Zarathustra, Nietzsche challenges the grip of conventional morality, advocating for liberation from societal constraints. He condemns the spirit of gravity, those societal chains that rob life of its joyous exploration. Instead, Nietzsche heralds a vision of life as an art form, an open canvas where individuals can carve their own paths, define their own morals, and revel in life's unpredictability. It's a celebration of existence, an invitation to embrace passion, forge your destiny, and transform existence into your unique masterpiece. Journey to the Overman. Zarathustra retreats to his mountain sanctuary, intent on waiting for devoted followers rather than seeking them out. Soon, a soothsayer arrives, urging Zarathustra to confront his last great sin, pity. Shortly thereafter, he hears an ambiguous cry for help, compelling him to embark on a quest to find its source. In his travels, Zarathustra encounters a tapestry of intriguing individuals. Two kings journey with a donkey, having abandoned their thrones to escape mediocrity. A man, immersed in a swamp, searches for leeches to drain his entrenched biases. A crafty magician feigns a life of torturous thought, only to confess deceit, and Zarathustra invites him to his cave. He meets the disillusioned last pope, the ugliest man who claims to have slain God, a beggar who has renounced wealth and poverty, and even his own shadow, now lost in pursuit of truth. Zarathustra directs these characters to his cave, promising he will return. When he does, he discerns that the distress call wasn't from one, it was a chorus of voices from his journey's companions. Each bears a fragment of the ideal Overman, the evolved human spirit that Zarathustra seeks. Recognizing them as bridges to the Overman, Zarathustra guides them in a celebration of self-overcoming. This path demands courage in the face of evil, suffering, and solitude, while never neglecting to embrace laughter and dance. As the gathering crescendos in song, exhilaratingly lifting the spirit of gravity, Zarathustra momentarily steps outside. On his return, he finds the group absurdly venerating the donkey. He admonishes their folly yet perceives unity among them, a promising sign. With exuberance, Zarathustra sings a hymn of joys and sorrows, probing their entwined nature. He asserts that embracing one joy welcomes all sorrows, reflecting life's interconnectedness. The next morning, Zarathustra discovers a lion at his cave. Within his teachings, this lion symbolizes the second transformative stage on the journey to becoming the Overman, bridging the camel and the child. Galvanized by this omen of progress on the path to the Overman, Zarathustra voices the novel's closing words, "My day beginneth. Arise now. Arise, thou great noonday." Nietzsche encapsulates Zarathustra's Odyssey as a narrative rich with characters embodying varied societal archetypes, from regents to shadows. Through these encounters, he warns against blind worship and embodies incremental strides toward the Overman. Ultimately, Zarathustra champions embracing life's intricate weave of experiences with indomitable hope.
In wrapping up, Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Nietzsche's complex yet enlightening journey, we're left with a vibrant tapestry of ideas urging us toward profound introspection and transformation. The text doesn't merely reject traditional morality but invites us to cultivate our values and embrace life's unpredictabilities. By striving to become an Übermensch, we confront mediocrity and the complacency of modern life, recognizing that fulfillment is found in self-growth and power over oneself. Nietzsche's exploration of eternal recurrence challenges us to embrace life cycles fully, with each joy and sorrow intertwined. Through Zarathustra's interactions with diverse characters, we understand that the path to self-overcoming is steep yet joyous, a reminder to laugh and dance in the face of our darkest challenges. Thus, Nietzsche implores his readers to face the dawn of new possibilities with hope and courage, ever vigilant in their quest for greatness.